Hey guys, welcome back. A few weeks ago, Emma put a truck Norris cam in a 6-liter and we swapped it into this green OBS pickup here. It was previously 6-liter swapped. Already had a 6.0 and a 4L60 in it. Was done at another shop and the wiring was kind of iffy. There was a lot of bare wires and a lot of things that needed to be addressed. So when we had the motor out, we cleaned the harness up, we dressed the engine bay up a little bit. The customer asked us to look into some valve covers that would hide his coil packs, and we ordered a set of Holley 2-piece valve covers. We ran into some fitment issues trying to get the valve covers to fit with hitting front accessories and the firewall. And we ended up going with a set of BTR valve covers that do not have the coil mounts. And then we hit our friends up at Michigan Motorsports and they sent us over a Coil Relocate kit. And then we picked up a set of make your own extended spark plug wires from ICT Billet. Today we're going to work on getting these valve covers on, relocating these coil packs. But while the customer had the truck and we were waiting on those parts to come in, he did a first gear pull and the truck has developed a noise. It does sound like a knock, but it goes away when you put it in gear. So we're going to put this thing in the air real quick and take a look at that first and see if we can't figure out what that noise is before we go forward with getting the valve covers and everything on. Alright guys, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is we found the noise and transmission does not have to come back out of the truck. Bad news is it was my fuck up. I see a converter bolt that's loose down there. This is probably where the internet's gonna freak out. Oh my god, he left the converter bolt loose. I didn't leave it loose. I don't know what happened, but all I know is, man, shit happens. I'm human. Can't get it right all the time, but we try. What's more important than that is we're about to disconnect this battery, drop the starter, and tighten the converter bolts once and for all, and fix this problem, and go on about our day and get the valve covers on this thing. Alright, so I have a feeling what happened was the battery on this impact was probably dying, and that's why the bolts didn't get run down like they were supposed to. So now we made sure we have a fresh hot battery on here to snug these things back up. But to gain us some access here, get the starter motor out of the way, and that'll allow us to get an impact in there to tighten the bolts up. So we're going to turn the motor over by hand up here on the crank until we gain access to the first bolt. We're going to put it right there in that corner. That one was definitely loose, as much as I hate to admit that. So see, I normally reuse stock converter bolts, but we tried to use the aftermarket ones this time, and they don't have any Loctite on them. So that could have also been the problem. So we're going to Loctite them. That's a Chinese thread locker that comes in some kit or something. Better than nothing, right? Want these things backing out on Kevin again. We want to take care of this problem once and for all. Alright, so if you're putting a GM motor and transmission together, LS style, LT style, on the flex plate, 2 of the bolt holes are oblong, and 1 of them is perfectly circular. Now if you start with either one of the oblong holes and run that bolt all the way down, then when you get to that bolt hole on the flex plate that is perfectly circular, it's not going to line up. So you have to start with that one. Well, GM put a pink or yellow dot on the flex plates. Most LS's or 4L60, 6L80, early 6L80 flex plates have a pink dot on them, just a small painted pink dot. The later stuff will have a yellow dot painted on it. If you start by finding that pink dot, that's your perfectly circular hole. You can run that first converter bolt down all the way, turn it over to the next one, put that one in, turn it over to the third one, put that one in, and you're done. You're actually able to put all the converter bolts in with only turning the motor over one time. So that's the whole key to that. Alright, so we got those in, we got some thread locker on them. Now we're going to get the starter motor back up in place, set this thing down, start it up, and make sure that took care of our problem. Then we get to start on the fun stuff, which is relocating the coils down here, putting on those beautiful BTR valve covers. Alright, so since we got thread locker on all the bolts, got them all tightened up. I don't know if y'all caught on or not, but my impact was actually set on its middle setting of power. And when I kicked it over to that third setting, it really, well, it was like grabbing a button. So, pretty confident that they're in there where they're supposed to be now. So now we're about to put the negative back on the battery, fire this thing up and see if our mystery noise went away. And that took care of it. That definitely took care of our bottom end engine noise that we thought we might have. Glad it wasn't a cracked flex plate because we don't have to pull the transmission. We don't have to charge the customer to pull the transmission. Turns out that it come back on us. And look guys, a lot of guys will try to cover something like that up, man. I just try to be straightforward about stuff, you know. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. And we all occasionally turn our impact settings and don't realize it apparently. So, but we can put it past us. We know the truck's fixed. We know the noise is gone. That's what's important. Now we can get to dressing this thing up a little bit more and get to the good part of this episode for you guys. Alright, so we're going to start over here on the passenger side. I'm going to get the engine cover, coil packs, plug wires out of there. Go ahead and yank that valve cover out and get this BTR one put on. And then our coil packs mounted up to the new mounts. And we'll take the truck up and see where we can put those underneath. BTR does make this set of valve covers with coil mounts too. I've got those on the 727 shop car. And we are authorized dealers for BTR, so if there's something you're thinking about snagging up and have any questions or anything like that, give us a shout, drop us a comment, shoot us an email. We'll help out as much as we possibly can. The only other thing we got to do now is get the baffle in this side, which is going to go Alright, so we got both valve covers on. We got the engine noise taken care of. Alright, so we're about to relocate these coil packs, get these spark plug wires cut to length, crimped up, and installed on this thing ready to go. And then this thing will just need a retune, so I'll have to get in touch with Adam, get him out here. Alright, let's dive into it. Alright, so the kit we got from Michigan Motorsports came with 2 Coilpack extension harnesses. Plug into your main plugs, and then run down to your normal Coilpack harness. You can opt in for replacement actual Coilpack harnesses too, but we're just going to reloom his stock ones and make those look good. Now here's the brackets that they give us. Obviously you can bolt them to the body of the truck or the frame, your desired location, and then these 2 long bolts act as rails with spacers that hold your 4 coil packs. Then you run in your power wires from your engine harness here, and then your spark plug wires come out and go back up to the motor. It's actually a pretty slick little deal. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's a nice way to do it. Alright, so we're going to take the truck back up and figure out where we're going to mount our coil packs up, and then we'll route the wires. Got a couple ideas of where we're going to go, but let's see if we can find somewhere cool. The real question would be, do we have room for the harness and plug wires? I really think we could make that work, and it would look good. It'd be away from the headers, but I guess we need to put a set of coil packs on this and see if that's going to work. I think we can make it work. So we're going to place these and wire them up just like they are on the valve covers on the stock motor, so from left to right. So from left to right on the passenger side, it would be cylinder 8, cylinder 6, cylinder 4, cylinder 2. So these coil packs were placed on a valve cover right now on the motor on the passenger side. And this was the front of the motor. You were standing by that passenger wheel looking at it. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8. So this side is going to go in the bracket under the truck just like this, backwards. Now I've memorized which color goes to which wire when you plug these up, and that's going to be from left to right. It's going to be purple, blue, green, red. So that's how we're going to wire that up under the truck, and then this harness is going to run up to the extension harness. Get both my bolts started in there, just kind of chilling. Take number 8. Some spacers. I'm going to take number 6. More spacers. Supposed to be bolted up in there just like that. Alright, so now we are cutting the plug wires to length and crimping the ends on them and putting the boots on. I've already got number 7 and number 5 done. Just going to follow the line down here to number 3. Found these crimps work best in the crimper if you roll them in a little bit, kind of get them started. Still slide on the wire. Go ahead and strip it back about a 1/2 inch or so. And it's a face the same way as the other one too. So we'll probably go something like that right there. Just get our crimpers on there. We'll take a little bit of dielectric grease. We'll rub it around. That way that boot will slide on there a little easier. And you can fit your plug wire in. The ICT Billet spark plug wire kit comes with 90-degree boots, 45-degree boots, and straights, along with crimps for all styles. Since we're trying to hide the wires in this and bring them up from the bottom, we're using the 90-degree boots. Alright, number 3 is done. Do that one more time for number 1. When you fold that wire over, the end of that wire, you want it to be in the belly with that crimp. And you can see where that crimp's kind of got a notch there where that plug wire is supposed to stop. A little bit of dielectric grease. And a 90-degree boot. Alright, driver's side's done. Alright guys, so we got that wrapped up. We got the valve covers on, we got the coil packs relocated, we got his plug wires put on, cut to length, truck runs great. We got rid of that hideous engine noise that was my fault. Now we're just waiting on Adam to come tune this thing. He's going to come tune it tonight. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys want to see more content like this, let us know in the comments. We specialize in LS swaps, LT swaps, cam swaps, and those 2 platforms. But we want to bring you guys more how-to stuff and show you guys how stuff's done, what parts to use, what tools to use. That's what it's all about for us. Guys, drop us a comment and let you know what you thought about the episode, what you guys think about Kevin Barber's pretty 98 green OBS that has a beautiful 6.0, some BTR valve covers and BTR truck Norris camshaft, along with that FTI 2800 stall converter set at 373 gears. This thing's ready to hit the road right after the slight tune adjustment. You guys be sure to smash that subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Facebook, all them goodies. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.